Morning, Elliot. What are you doing there?
Me and Mr. Light make cookies. Today's cookie day, and my job is to put them in the cookie jar.
Oh, well, look, maybe if you put the cookie jar under your chin, then maybe at least you get some crumbs in there.
Good idea.
Give me that. What is cookie day anyway?
Mr. White said that in prison, that was the day that the warden let him and his roommate Dwayne make cookies for all the guys on his cell block.
Oh, good. So before Mr. Lottie left for the racetrack and set you up as his shill, he took the time to tell you a little prison story.
And then one Christmas, Dwayne's mother sent him this recipe for gingerbread cookies that everyone thought were delicious except for this one guy named Big Ted. And then Big Ted pulled out a file-down cookie cutter out of his boot. And somebody got hurt, and that was the end of cookie day.
Boy, it's a shame to think you could lose cookie day over a simple thing as guys knifing each other.
Well, prison's a rough place, Dad.
Dad, is it all right if I bring a friend along when we go with you and Billy to the White House this afternoon?
Oh, I'm sorry, son, but I had to pull a lot of strings to be able to bring Billy, Bob, and Carson Lee, so I'm afraid the answer's no.
Ben wants to take that girl who kissed him in the ear.
She did not.
She did too. I thought she was going to suck his ear off.
He's lying.
Look, I don't know who's telling the truth here, but from now on, I don't want any girl sucking on your ear. You could go deaf or something.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dad, can we buy a White House souvenir?
No, come on. We're going to the White House, and the whole point is to not buy souvenirs, but to take in a part of history.
Forget history. We want stuff. Let me answer it.
Okay, but remember how I taught you.
Hello, this is Elliot. Who may I ask is calling?
Who is it?
A man named Maurice will make a signing offer from our friends at Superior Mutual.
Maurice, you are not our friend.
The Overland Elementary very exclusive carpool is leaving in 3 minutes. See there, Carson Lee? I told you we'd be just in time for breakfast.
Give me that. Here.
Rice cakes? Those things aren't food. They're styrofoam drink coasters. If your kids ever kill you in your sleep, I don't think there's a jury in the world that wouldn't call it justifiable homicide.
So, Billy Bob, are you all set to brief the senator on this music labeling issue?
I was up all night listening to CDs. Rap, rock, country. Never even heard of half those groups, much less listen to their music. It was shocking. I was appalled. But you know, that Queen Latifah's a babe.
I don't know, Billy Bob, I'm starting to think this is a bad idea. I mean, we just went through this whole family values controversy. I don't know if we're ready to jump right back into it with more hearings on music labeling.
Well, I felt the same way until I listened to those songs last night.
Yeah?
These people are sick puppies, John. Take a look at some of these lyrics. I copied them down for you.
Put your where I because I want you to with lots of till I
Even with the hmms is disgusting.
I need a cigarette.
Good morning to you too, dear. Why don't I get you your nicotine patch?
Never mind the patch, unless I can roll it up and smoke it. Gotta go to work. Hey, kids, have a great day at school.
Dad's taking us on a special tour of the White House today.
Hey, that's great. Maybe you can help Mr. and Mrs. Bush pack up their things.
That's very funny.
I see you at work.
You two are adorable.
So, you all read Billy Bob's opening statement and notes for the senator's appearance at the music labeling hearings. Anybody have any thoughts?
I do. The lyrics are not the issue here. This is nothing new. They wanted to censor disco.
I would have voted for that.
They wanted to censor Elvis. They did censor Cole Porter. Every generation has a small group of parents and educators who panic and think that censorship is the answer.
We're not asking for censorship. We're just asking for some kind of control, and you leave Elvis out of this.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I was watching the Today Show, and my, that little Katie Couric, what a bundle she is. Don't you think so, Mr. Davis?
She's no Queen Latifah.
Senator, we really need to prep you on the Senate hearings for this music labeling.
Yeah, it's not enough of being done. We got to turn up the heat.
Actually, Senator, there are those of us in the office that believe that it treads on the First Amendment.
Senator, take a look at some of these lyrics. We think if the American people hear these tomorrow, it'll go a long way to prove our point.
Good Lord. This could be embarrassing. You expect me to sing this on television? I don't even know the tune.
Senator, you're just going to read it.
Oh, good. because frankly, this is filthy, and it doesn't even rhyme.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Miss Starr.
Senator, those important people from the home state are here. I called Rudy, that senator photographer person, so they could have their picture made with you.
No, I hate that man. He's a fool. He keeps glad-handing everybody and grinning. You know, I hate to say so, but some people are too happy to live.
All right, y'all, you come on in now. Senator, these are the Richmonds. According to our records, they've given your campaign a bucket of money.
Very pleased to meet you, Mr. Richmond, and this lovely lady with you must be your daughter.
Well, hello there. How are you fine people this fine morning? My goodness. I was up at the crack of dawn waiting on Willard Scott to tell me what to wear, and he was wrong. I brought my raincoat, and look, the sun has been out all morning. Isn't that just the way? I hope Ina Ray Nesbitt didn't get wet. You know, today is her 104th birthday. Did anyone else have a big one today?
Big what?
A birthday, Senator. I give a special discount and a little bottle of airline liquor if you're over 21. My cousin's a stewardess for American, but recently had to take time off due to an auto accident.
Just take the picture and get the hell out.
All right, everybody, big smiles all around, okay? Why do birds fall down from the sky every time I walk by?
Mr. Hartman,
Me?
get the net.
All right, thank you. I think we can wrap it up now, Randy.
It's Rudy.
I don't care if it's Tootie. Get the hell out.
All right, leaving with a song in my heart. With a song in my heart, the day goes right.
Thank you, lovely people, for coming by.
Senator, I wonder if I could have your autograph.
Why, of course.
Senator, you sure you want to sign that card?
Nonsense, Mr. Hartman. We have plenty of time for an autograph. There you go.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Yes, we shall. Oh, my Lord!
Let that be a lesson to you, Mr. Hartman. A simple act of kindness can brighten a person's entire day.
Sorry, things are a little crazy right now. The change in administration is always kind of a nightmare for us. That's why we hate these one-termers. I'll go get Agent Weldon for you.
Thank you.
You know, for a Secret Service agent, she's kind of a babe.
Billy Bob, what is it with you and babes lately?
I don't know.
But just keep in mind, she could be packing a gun under that jacket.
Well, that's probably part of what attracts me to her.
Hey, Dad, can we get a souvenir now?
No, son, I told you, this is the White House, not Six Flags. No souvenirs.
What a jip.
You know, I still can't believe Clinton actually won.
Oh, God.
I mean, that boy doesn't know how to be a president. His campaign showed that. I mean, bus tours and MTV. Hell, if Jack Nicholson won't do the Arsenio Hall show, I don't know why the president should.
I'll tell you, if he starts his inaugural address with, "Let's get busy," I'm defecting.
There you go. You know, the first thing we need to do is pass some legislation to keep Clinton out of those running shorts.
Yes, that's a good idea. I'd rather see Hillary in them anyway. Speaking of babes.
Oh, yeah.
You here to visit the White House?
I'm meeting my daughter. We're going to have lunch.
Does she work on the White House staff?
No, she's here to meet with decorators.
Mr. Hartman, Mr. Davis, Agent Weldon is ready for you. Mr. Rodham, Mrs. Clinton said she's very sorry to keep you waiting, and she'll be down in a minute.
Thank you.
Did she say Rodham?
Excuse me. Hillary Clinton is your daughter?
That's right. And if you think she's a babe, you should see her mother.
Okay, we've got a few minutes. The president and Mrs. Bush are downstairs trying to sort out which towels were theirs and which ones were left by the Reagans. Not that much of anything was left by the Reagans.
Lyle, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. I know you could get in a lot of trouble, but hey, kids, don't touch anything. Where's Carson Lee?
Carson Lee? Honey?
Hey, Daddy, the president president keeps a crossword puzzle in the bathroom just like you do.
Wait a minute. The president's on the move.
Well, he's coming back here?
Hello, this is Elliot. Who may I ask is calling?
Elliot. Elliot.
Oh, he's sorting out towels. I'll tell him you called.
Who was that?
He said he was the Prime Minister of India, but he sounded more like the guy who runs the 7-Eleven. Then Dad said, I'm sure his toilet flushes just like anybody else's. So Billy Bob flushed it. But Carson Lee had dropped a crossword puzzle in it. So it started to overflow all over the place. And then Dad grabbed Ellie and we ran out of there.
We didn't run out. It was time to leave.
Yeah, right.
Elliot, bring your mug in here. Elliot?
Uh-huh. And then Mr. Lai was showing me how to make cookies.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not sure. I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, I'm still here. It's always hot there. It sure looks like it on TV.
Elliot, give me this. Who is this? Hosni Mubarak? The president of Egypt? Well, good day to you too, sir. It's the president of Egypt.
Is it for me?
You have a very fine country there. Sir, if you don't mind my asking, how did you get this number? Elliot called you. Okay. Goodbye. Sorry to wake you. Elliot? How did you get this number?
From this book.
And where did you find this book?
It was on the president's desk.
Give me that.
You took this from the president's office?
I want a souvenir, and you wouldn't buy me one.
That was very wrong. You can't just go around taking things that aren't yours. Go upstairs to your room right now.
Dad.
Right now.
Ward, don't you think you're being a little hard on the beaver?
Excuse me, this may be a laughing matter to you, but it's my son, and I'll handle it. Ben, why don't you go on upstairs with your brother?
Oh, my Lord, look at these numbers. Yitzhak Shamir, Boris Yeltsin, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Fidel Castro. Oh, that one's wrong, by the way. That's his boathouse. We have hit the mother load. I'm going to copy these down.
What are you doing? Those are stolen numbers.
Not by me, they're not.
Georgie.
Look, I'm a journalist. I am stuck in a low-paying job writing speeches for a conservative senator in a Democratic administration. And no offense, but if Elliot can get the president of Egypt to swap cookie recipes, I can have King Hussein spilling his guts by nightfall.
Well, I don't doubt that, but what kind of a message would that be sending to Ben and Elliot? That it's wrong to steal, but it's all right to profit from those who do?
Well, the boys don't have to know, and I am keeping these numbers.
Oh, you know, every time the senator's on C-SPAN, I'm just afraid something's gonna be unzipped.
Is he on yet?
I think he's on next. I just hope he does okay.
Well, where have you been? I figured you'd want to be here when they set fire to the first book.
All right, that's it. Look, if you're going to continue to whine and moan just because a lot of parents in this country are saying they could use a little help, then you're going to read some of these.
Hartman, I told you, the point is, no one has the right to issue a warning on someone else's speech. The actual lyrics are irrelevant.
Fine, just read it and see if you think it'd strike Ben and Elliot as irrelevant.
These people should be shot.
Of course, we wouldn't want to suggest that 10-year-olds shouldn't listen to it, would we?
Okay, I see your point.
Anyway, I can't worry about this stuff. I got to figure a way to try to put the president's phone book back on his desk without getting my entire family thrown in jail.
Why don't you just call your friend from the Secret Service who got you in to begin with?
I tried. They told me he's away on some special assignment.
We'll track him down.
No, maybe I didn't make myself clear. They wouldn't tell me where he is. That's why it's called the Secret Service, not the Ask Us Anything and We'll Spill Our Guts service.
Why don't you ask the senator to help you put that phone book back? He's got a farewell meeting with the president on Friday.
With all due respect to the senator, who I truly believe is a great man, I'm not sure he's exactly right for this particular assignment.
Well, with all due respect to you, Hartman, I'm not sure you have any options.
Oh, look, here he is.
And so, I say to you that while I understand that the First Amendment is very popular, especially among the young people, that it is not a license to shout fire in a crowded movie theater. Although movie theaters today are so tiny, you really wouldn't have to shout.
What is that on his lip?
They were like palace.
What do you have for lunch?
Tuna fish.
Bingo.
What's this? Oh, yes. In order to illustrate the type of material we're discussing here, I would like to read some simple lyrics from a few albums that are currently in record stores all over this nation. Oh, thanks. Now, the first one goes like this. There's a piece of something hanging from your lip. Now, that one is not as overtly sexual or violent as some, but it's still a disgusting image. Why should our children go around thinking about something hanging from someone's lip? Oh, thanks. Rather hot under these lights.
Come on now. There's got to be some way to get the president's address book back on his desk.
Reminds me of the old days when Ollie North was around. He once broke into the commissary at midnight just to get me a breakfast burrito. There's a man who could get things done.
Okay, obviously we got to keep this simple.
I've been giving this a lot of thought. What if we carved out a large pumpkin and concealed the book inside? Nobody would ever guess and would make a lovely farewell present.
Excuse me, Senator, but just a quick reminder again, it's Christmas, not Halloween.
On second thoughts, the book is rather large. It might not fit. And then I wouldn't like the president to think I'm cheap. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Senator, how about this? How about if you carry the book in your coat pocket? Mr. Hartman knocks something off the president's desk when he leans over to get it.
I hit him on the back of the head.
We're going to jail.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary. I think that you could just then take the book out of your pocket quickly and set it on the desk.
I like it. Yeah. It's clean. It's simple. You know, Miss Lottie, you should come with me. You'll be far more of a distraction than Mr. Hartman. And perhaps you could accidentally rub up against the president. That would throw off his timing.
Senator, I don't think we need to go that far. Just remember, simple is best.
Right you are. Now, should we speak in our natural voices?
We're going to jail. Okay, so let's practice the plan just as if the president were sitting here. When I knock over this pencil cup, that'll be your cue to put the book on the desk. Do you understand?
And you don't have to talk to me like I'm an imbecile. Now, I've been in touchier situations than this. And during World War II, I killed Nazis with my bare hands. Well, maybe not killed, but I did once slap one in a bar in Paris. Wait a minute.
What is it?
I got another idea.
Senator, it's a little late to be changing the plan.
I know, but hear me out. What if, right now, before the president comes in, I take the book out of my pocket and lay it on the desk?
That just might work. I can't believe I was so stupid.
Hello, gentlemen. Sorry to keep you fellas waiting, but I had to use the washroom down the hall. Tourists got in here the other day, clogged up the works in mine. Well, hey, that's Clinton's problem now.
May it stay clogged till 96, sir.
Mr. President, you know my aide, John Hartman?
Good to see you again, John.
Mr. President.
Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Strobe, wanted to take a minute to thank you for your support these last 4 years up on the Hill. I know it wasn't easy, but I want you to know that you've made my job, at the very least, well, interesting.
Kind words, Mr. President. And I want you to know that it was both an honor and a pleasure to work for you. You're a man of integrity, and you will be sorely missed. And so, happy Halloween. Give him the pumpkin heart.
We didn't go with the pumpkin, Senator.
Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, sir. No pumpkin for you.
Well, Strobe, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Sorry, sir. I have something caught in my throat. May I, please?
Of course.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Here, let me help
Thank you very much.
you. What's this?
Oh, Lord, it's my wallet. I want you to have it, Mr. President, as a farewell gift. If I could just have the credit cards back and $20 for cab fare, the rest is yours.
No, not gonna do it. You keep it.
Mr. President, I'll cherish it always.
Hate to rush you guys out, but Bar's holding lunch for me.
Democrat will have kept my wallet.
Holy smokes, I can't believe it! Somebody's actually climbing the Washington Monument!
You're kidding, where? Made you look.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
It looks like you're eating a whole ham.
Well, now you know. What are you doing?
No, I just put Elliot to bed. He feels really bad about stealing the president's phone book. We agreed that losing his TV privileges for a week would be an appropriate punishment. Of course, the president of Egypt's going to be on Face the Nation Sunday, so I'll tape that for him.
You're a heck of a dad.
Thank you. Look, Georgianne, can we talk about something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll talk. You eat. In case you haven't noticed, this has been a hard couple of days for me. I mean, I've got one kid who's stealing the president's address book and another one who has a girl sucking his ear off.
What's your point?
My point is that their world is getting bigger every day, and while you're on the phone flirting with Francois Mitterrand trying to find your ticket out, some of us are worried about staying put and raising the kids.
You don't get it, do you?
Get what?
6 months ago, if I'd found those numbers, I'd have been out of here so fast you'd have thought you dreamt me. I also wouldn't be sitting here eating a ham trying to keep from smoking around your kids. What are you doing?
I'm performing an intervention.
My point is, my world is getting smaller.
And that scares you?
No. What scares me is I don't care. You know, when I read those lyrics, my first thought was, we can't let the kids see this. You know what that tells me, Heartman? I'm beginning to think of those kids as mine, too.
Come here. I love you. Hey, by the way, what happened to those phone numbers you pinched?
Hey, want to snuggle up and watch that movie?
Oh, yeah. I'll go get the comforter.
Okay, I'll whip up the popcorn. Well, maybe just one. Hello, Itzhak. You have Prince Albert in a can?